What do you do when you hit 5,000 subscribers? You make a video. That's what you do. Hey everyone, this is MJ. This is my channel called Reading This Life. And this is my 5,000 subscriber celebration video. This is just going to be a chatty sit-down video. We're going to talk about some major type of topics. I'm calling this video What They Don't Tell You About Being on BookTube. There's no manual. There may be a couple videos out there to help others, but I want to share my experience with you. Maybe, just maybe, this could inspire someone or might help someone. Okay? So stay with me. All right, the first thing is the reality of growth and success. When you start out with a BookTube channel, it's that nag, it's that urge, it's the, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I have no one to talk about books with. This platform is extremely forgiving. Maybe I should do it. Maybe I should try. So a lot of people start out with the BookTube newbie tag. I did. And I had my camera the wrong way because I didn't know. I didn't realize it. And you wait. And you wait to see if one person watches your video. And when one person watches your video, you're like, oh. And then 2 people watch your video, and then 3, and then 15, and then 30, and then you get your first subscriber. Now it's on. Now you have a responsibility. You have people that want to see more of your content. And it's an awkward feeling, and it's an exhilarating feeling as well. So, BookTube is... it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Some people get that strike of lightning and they'll get, 10,000 subscribers in a month. Some people will get 600 in 3 years. It really varies, and there are so many factors that go into it. You can't go into this platform thinking you're going to have automatic, immediate success. It's not true. It's a lie. But you have to love what you do. And if you love making content, and you love talking about books, and you love sharing your thoughts and feelings and ideas about books, then keep going. Keep going. I've been on BookTube for 4 years, and I just hit 5,000. I've had some successful videos in the past, but not all of them, especially the early days. Maybe I'd get 30 views, 40 views, but you have to stay with it. That's what it's about. Oh, I just broke a nail. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I tried so hard. I hate beauty. Okay. And once you hit a number, like, what's your goal number? Do you have one? I thought I had one. I don't have one. No. Would I like to have 250,000 people watch my content? Of course I would. Of course I would. But realistically, in the land of BookTube, it's not going to happen. It's just not. That's a reality. More people need to read. Some people come for the books, and some people come for the creator. I get that. I get that. Some people want to see what's on my shelves. They want to snoop my shelves. Some people want to know what's going on in my life. Numbers matter, but engagement is better. I would rather have 10,000 views on a video and 10,000 comments, then 10,000 views on a video, and 5 comments. I want to know what people are thinking. I want to hear people's opinions. I love it when people share. In my series that I did on the whole Neil Gaiman debacle, there's a lot of opinions out there, and I tried to answer every single comment, and I think I was pretty successful. There might have been 1 or 2 nasty ones. They just got pushed to the side. But overall, the conversations that were being held, the different opinions and the perspectives, I thought it was great. I really, really did. So if you are focusing on chasing subscribers, if you are monitoring your subscriber count like daily, that's like checking your bank account every day. Like, did you get interest? Is your money still there? It is what it is, you know? There's going to be times where there's going to be an influx of new subscribers. There's going to be a time where YouTube goes through and just decides to get rid of bots and get rid of fake accounts. YouTube that has its own inner network cleanup, you know? There's still bots out there. I see them comment on other people's channels. So it's important for the engagement piece and to answer comments. That's how you get connection. Okay? Let's talk about how it starts versus how it feels later. How it starts feels awkward. It feels, exposed. It feels weird. Okay? I didn't have any bookish people in my life. I didn't have anybody to talk books with except my best friend. I wanted to expand that. And that's when I heard about and I found and I landed on BookTube. And, you know, sometimes you feel like you're talking to yourself, really, because you are, but you're actually talking to your audience out there. And you start finding like-minded people, and people that like to read similarly to you, and people that like your opinions on certain books. You know, there's a few individual book reviews that I have out there that keep getting views. 9.5 Weeks, The Shards, Crash. Crash, actually, I'll put a card here. That video just turned 2 years old today. 2 years old. But people, when they go into the video, I don't think they realize it's 2 years old because they're probably not checking the time, but maybe they do. I don't know. But it's giving that different perspective on a book that makes this community great. Okay. 20 people can review the same book. Guarantee 20 people are going to have a different opinion about something, or a different insight, or a different takeaway. And that's the beauty of BookTube. After you've been doing this for a while, there comes a time where you may lose motivation. There's a time where the inspiration just isn't there. There may come a time where you really don't feel like filming. You have to push through. You have to push through. I have always treated this as a hobby, but I've always thought of it as like a secondary job, you know, because I am monetized and there's no shame in that. We'll get to that later. But, you know, I'm going to be retiring from my current day job, and who knows? This may be my second job when I retire. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I kind of think I'm going to be working at a bookstore, but we'll see what happens. But getting back to, you know, how it started and how it's going. When you're putting yourself out there, you're stripping a portion of yourself away. And there's You know, there's an intimacy that comes with talking to the camera and talking to an audience. And when I'm speaking to my phone, I'm speaking through my phone to all of you. And I'm trying to connect with some of you and express my thoughts and my opinions on everything. We have a lot of introverts in this community, and it's tough doing that. I've always said YouTube is my superpower, because in real life, I'm not chatty. I'm very reserved and very quiet, and I like it that way. That's me. But here in my safe space, I feel like I can show a side of me that not a lot of people see. Now, if I meet you in real life and you tell me that you like books, it's on. But the reality is that that really doesn't happen. There's not a ton of people that have read more than one book a year. You also, as a creator, can't get sucked into comparison culture. What's comparison culture? Comparing yourself to another channel, comparing what you're reading, what their stats are, what their subscriber account is, what their view count is. Once you start doing that, you are dumbing down yourself. Once you start doing that, you are taking that love that you should be pouring into your channel and putting it elsewhere. You are expressing energy in a negative way. And that's not good. That's not good for your mindset. That's not good for your life. That's not good for anything. I know that I may not get X number of views reviewing the same book that X channel just reviewed, but I know that I bring something to the table, and I know that my content is good. And maybe, just maybe, that creator is going to notice it and say, hey, that was a great review. I missed that. Or you picked up on something totally different. There's no shame in complimenting another channel. I think some people have issues with that, or some people can't do that because maybe they feel bad that they didn't hit on that or something like that. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. Comparison kills creativity. Brainstorm your ideas, plan your content. Right now, I'm filming this earlier in the week, and it's not going to get released until over the weekend because there's some things that I want to add. Don't rush your content either. Take your time with it. All of that goes into a better product, I think, in my opinion. Ooh, staying private and setting boundaries. Those are two kind of important issues that a lot of people don't talk about. Parasocial relationships are weird. They're weird because I let people in. I let people in on certain aspects of my life, but I don't let them in on everything. But in viewers' minds, I have a completely different persona. I'm a completely different person than what I am. You always hear the phrase, never meet your heroes. It's kind of true. I think I would be a letdown to a lot of people. I'm cute, I'm spunky, I'm funny, but I have to let people in to get that, you know? I'm kind. I can be ruthless. I'm a Pisces. I go from 0 to 360. But I think some people have this preconceived notion as to what our lives are like or who we are. And I've had a couple bad experiences with that, to be honest, where people are talking and I have no idea what they're referencing or what they're talking about. They think that like I have like not connections, like relationships with people. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's weird and it's unsettling sometimes. And I've only had that happen maybe twice, and once in a group conversation, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on right now. And that's not a me problem, that's a them problem. So being real is wonderful. Being honest is important, but not everybody needs a front row ticket to your life. Yeah, for sure. They don't need to get in with personal stuff. You know, my friends outside of BookTube know what's going on with me. I share with them my health. I share with them if I'm reading a good book. I share with them some kind of cool update if I'm going somewhere or doing something, you know, because there's a trust that's built in. I know they're not going to lie to me. I know they're not going to try and one-up me somewhere. I know that they are who they say they are. At least I have that trust in them, that they are who they say they are. I would rather have this community of 5,000 than a community of 75,000. Because when I see the comments, a lot of them are familiar. The more you comment, the more that I get to recognize your name, if that makes sense. And if you're afraid to comment or you never comment, it's okay to like leave an emoji. That's totally fine. Or, you know, not say anything, or maybe say, hey, I usually don't comment, but hi. I like to know who's out there. Not everyone is going to be your friend. You're going to have some haters out there. I've learned that. And no matter what you do, you're going to get a thumb down on a video. No matter what you do, you can show up with a cupcake in a hand and you'll get a thumbs down. You could show up talking that, you know, your pet is not doing well, you'll get a thumbs down. You'll come in and talk about how you got all these free books, you'll get a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. They just don't like you, but they'll still watch. They'll still watch, and thank you for the views. Let's talk monetization. So a couple of years ago, that was a hot topic on BookTube. There were some people that would look down on channels getting monetized. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. I'm sorry, but if Google's running ads on my videos, you better believe. Oh, I just realized I didn't have my mic plugged in. Oh. All right, let's talk monetization. Sorry, I didn't have my microphone plugged in. And stuff like that happens. So when we talk about monetization, there are certain corners of BookTube that frowned upon it, that looked down on people, that poked fun, that would say, why are you getting monetized? You're only getting pennies. No, you're actually not. You know, you're making good cash. If you're putting out good content, you're making decent money. I mean, it's not, you can't live off of it as a small creator, but I'll tell you what, you could buy stuff, you could buy books, you could save it, you could put it towards something, you have to pay taxes on it, but there's nothing wrong with it. And I think that if Google's already going to put ads on your content, well, why not benefit from it? This takes time. This takes time. Time is precious. Time is energy. I'm never going to get back the 21 minutes that I filmed so far. That's 21 minutes of my life that I gave to BookTube. And heck, if I could get a buck back, okay, I'm going to take it. So there's no right or wrong answer. You do you, but don't call anybody out for whatever they choose. It's not right. That's not nice. If you are doing this to get rich, you're going to be disappointed. Doesn't work that way. This is a long game. That's not a short game. The pressure to follow trends. I'm not a trendsetter, really. I do like to jump on news of authors that I strongly liked in the past that maybe don't like so much anymore. But I'm not jumping on any prize wagons. I'm not talking about, you know, the Women's Prize, the Booker Prize, anything like that, because that's not my interest. You know, I'm going to talk about, you know, events that mean something to me, like Horror Mayhem. I'm going to talk about Sweet Valley High. I'm going to talk about stuff that gets me excited. Those are the things that I want to focus on. So trends are great, but don't let your content be defined by trends. Also, the type of content that you do. You don't have to do hauls if you don't want to. You don't have to do monthly wrap-ups. You don't have to do weekly wrap-ups. You don't have to do TBRs. You don't have to do tags. You don't have to do any of that. Don't be forced into doing something you don't want to. I haven't done a tag in months, and I've been tagged a lot. It's just, I'm just not into it. You know, that's basically it. I don't have the energy. I just don't have it right now. Maybe I'll return to it, but not yet. The other thing is with BookTube that I'm going to be doing is going beyond BookTube. I'm going to be focusing some content on myself, and I'm going to be focusing content on helping others. And that could be through experience. That could be through things that I've learned. That could be through tips and tricks. I have a lot to offer this world, and I'm not interested in staying in one niche any longer. I have a secondary channel that talks about office supplies and pens and all that kind of stuff. And I'm keeping that because that's important for me to have that separation. But my channel is called Reading This Life. My life is in the title. So I think in my 53 years, yeah, I'm 53, I may have some wisdom to offer. I may have something important to share. It's okay to go outside the lines of BookTube. Shifting niches can be tricky, but I think it's going to be more accepting than rejected. And maybe I could help someone out there. Maybe I could give somebody some inspiration. Maybe somebody wants to know, what do I have in my commonplace journal? What are my thoughts on a morning routine? What is my morning routine? How do I make my favorite beverage? That kind of stuff. I think interspersed with book content could be a lot of fun. And I'm going to give it a go because it's my channel and it's my life and I can do what I want to do. So whether it's wellness, lifestyle, something totally different, we're all allowed to grow. We can grow our channels into what we want them to be. So know that going into your channel or starting a channel or not starting a channel, there's options. All right, everybody. That's it here from me. I hope you're all doing well. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you sooner or later. Bye.